So the question is, what does it mean to, live a life free of violence, right? So what does it mean to live a life free of violence? Um, let's keep in mind the most important and essential goal from a domestic violence program is for the individual to stay violence free, to eliminate abusive behaviors. It's not only physical violence, but also it has to do with eliminating emotional, verbal, social, spiritual, economic, and sexual violence within a relationship. So, living a life free of violence means that the individual, especially males, because that's what I'm referring to, um, who have an issue with abusive behaviors, going back, living a life free of violence signifies to eliminate not only physical abuse but also emotional and verbal. And within those types of abuse, we also refer to sexual abuse, financial abuse, social abuse, and spiritual abuse. Though to manifest, to show that an individual is living a life free of violence, he will need to show love, appreciation, compassion, and empathy. Once again, an individual who claims within the program living a life free of violence signifies, means, indicates, says that he is showing consistent love, that he is showing consistent appreciation, that he is showing consistent compassion, and that he is showing consistent empathy, primarily toward his partner and his children, to his family system. On the other hand, there is something that the individual is to allow himself to take care of, and that's going to be to recover, to heal. Mhm. To recover means to heal, and to heal means to feel good about yourself in a good way, in a good sense, with good intentions, walking in the right way, in the right direction, in a good way. Um, Obviously, ways to stay violence free would require for the individual to continue learning and applying coping skills, such as calming techniques. Calming techniques. The individual is to continue learning and applying calming techniques. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in So to continue learning to regulate himself, to continue learning to improve self-control, to continue learning to improve positive thinking about himself, positive thinking about looking forward for things to remain improving in his life. Alcohol free, drug free. If the individual drinks, the invitation is for him to start drinking less until he stops. Though keep in mind, alcohol doesn't cause violence. Though people drinking may have more issues managing violent behavior. But in itself, the one who determines to become violent is the individual, not alcohol. So to continue living a life free of violence also means that the individual has allowed himself to take responsibility for his abusive behavior. Not only taking responsibility, but also being accountable, which means going through a process of repairing the damage he has done within the family. How? I already said it. Through showing lace. What is lace? Love, appreciation, compassion, and empathy. So, the individual also is expected to continue improving spiritual balance. The spiritual balance means that the individual is going through a process of improving, personal meditation, personal reflection, right? So doing personal meditation and reflection. And spiritual balance also means that the individual continues learning how to reconnect with himself. Through meditation, through reflection. And by reconnecting with Mother Nature. And so forth. Okay, so briefly, this is just a brief video, okay, like a review thing. So living a life free of violence also means that the individual always creates a safe space for his family, for his children, for his partner, for his wife. Always. Being loving, caring, respectful. Being a noble man with his palabra, with his word. Which means anything that comes from his palabra, from his word, from his latoli, is compassion, healing, recovery, restoration. So, a domestic violence program, in my experience, through the past 21 years, is not only a class that they learn things from an educational perspective, but they also get in touch with themselves, get to know who they really are within their heart, within their mind, within their spirit, their soul, if you will. And to get in touch with those areas that need healing. To get in touch with those areas within themselves that need healing. Healing, restoration, feeling good about themselves through a healing process, through a process of forgiveness, through a process of acknowledging how bad they were doing, and through the process to remain being accountable, such as restoring the damage they have done. Through lace, love, appreciation, compassion, and empathy. Ahí está. Creo que es algo muy esencial. There it is. Essential aspects to continue doing well. Okay. We'll